name's Katie and I work for the Sherwood Forest Trust, and I'm here today to talk to you all about heathland habitat and why it's so special for certain plants and animals, but also what makes it so vulnerable. So as part of my role for the Trust, I work with local community groups, schools and the public to raise awareness about why heathland is so special and to inspire them to protect it. So everyone has their own idea of what Sherwood Forest is like today, but hundreds of years ago, Sherwood Forest actually covered a much larger area than it does today, and it was actually made up of forest and heathland like where we are today. So what is heathland? So heathland is characterised by certain plants and animals such as heather, which is in front of me now, and it's also characterised by being very sandy and dry, and all of these factors contribute to why it is so vulnerable, and that's what we're going to look at today. If you're looking for a characteristic image of what heathland should look like today, this is perfect. It's made up of acid grassland, bracken, different varieties of heather, and also some trees. Like everywhere else on Earth, rocks deep below the ground produce the soil that's on top of them, and here on heathland it's no different, except these rocks are called sandstone and they produce pure sand, just like you'd find at the beach, and there are also a lot of pebbles around here as well, just like you'd find at the beach. So all these things tell us that this area millions of years ago was once part of a river delta, which you'd find somewhere like the Amazon rainforest, and you can't get much more special than that. So because heathland is so sandy and when it rains the water drains away really quickly, this can make the ground really dry and also the vegetation around it, which makes it really vulnerable to fire. Whether these are fires caused by people, deliberately or accidentally, or also through natural fires, it doesn't matter. It threatens the wildlife and the creatures that live here and also the people that live around the heath. So looking around us here, we have all sorts of things that can catch fire, whether it's all these dry sticks here, all these dry grasses, all these things can catch fire, whether it's on a hot day like today and the sun catches a piece of glass on the floor, or whether it's people using lighters or petrol to set litter on fire. We all really need to be responsible for our actions and work together to protect the world around us. So I've already been out on Oak Tree Heath with some wonderful groups of young people, so let's see how they got on.
And some of the plants that are native to heathland.
Mm-hmm. I think we should protect it because there's lots of animals there that need protection, and most of the things that grow don't really grow everywhere.
I think that we should protect heathlands because there's different plants and animals that are native to heathlands, and if we didn't protect it, there would be no way that they could live. And for an example, heather is native to heathlands, and if we didn't look after it, we wouldn't get any heather.
At Heathland, there are really special plants and animals that only live at Heathland, and they are very special to protect.
I think it's important because some plants can only grow on heathlands, and in order for them to grow, people have to care for the heathland.
Heather,
gorse, broom. I can remember wavy hair grass, bracken, and we also saw a ladybird.
We do.
a slowworm or a lizard?
We saw some caterpillars, some dragonflies, and a lot more.
Yeah.
Fire is dangerous to heathlands because with how the plants are, they can grow really high and they can spread really easily. And because there's houses near the heathland, it's not very safe because it can spread near the houses and it can become really dangerous to people.
Fire is bad because Heathland is very dry, and when it goes on fire it spreads really easy, and there are a few houses next to Heathland and they can set on fire too.
It's really dangerous because if somebody starts a fire, it can spread really easily because of all the plants, and that means that firefighters will have to get more water, which means that the progress of making the fire go out will be longer, and that can be really dangerous.
There's a lot of houses around it, and that would be bad if it would have spread quickly. It would burn the heath and the houses.
I loved making the badges, and walking around and learning new plants made me really happy.
You should protect it because it's just very beautiful.
I really liked all the activities, and it was just all beautiful and like calm.
So I hope you've enjoyed discovering one of Sherwood's really special heathland habitats. And even though we know how vulnerable it is, nature will always bounce back as long as we respect it, protect it like we would one of our own houses, because nature is our home and we couldn't live without it.